Hello. It's a little bit before 8, so just gonna allow um, whoever is supposed to join live to join live. And I'm gonna go ahead and share this video and start off with the exciting information that I posted about earlier, and to continue to talking about gifts and talents. This is part 2. So in advance, thank you for joining me and sharing the content, commenting on the content, and just for being a part of this, part of the journey. So just another minute or so, and I have went ahead and shared this, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so I am Shy. I'm the owner of Healing for Her LLC. My business is centered around empowering women and young ladies to move from their pain to their purpose. How to take that very thing that you felt was going to take you out, the depression you felt like you were never going to climb out of, the hurt, just to take all of that to use it to propel you into your purpose. That was just for a moment in time. That is not your destiny. But your purpose and flowing in that is. So last week, I talked about gifts and talents, and I just wanted to follow up on that this week because it is something that a lot of people, a lot of us need clarity on. And then even once we are able to identify what we feel our gifts and our talents are, what are the next steps? Like, I've identified this, and this is what I feel like I'm called to do and I'm supposed to do, but what are the next steps? So that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. But first, exciting. So you should know by now through all my social media that I have a vision board party that is coming up on April the 6th. So there are 8 paid for spaces that are going to be open. If you wanted to go, you were thinking about going, you just haven't gotten to it, this could be that blessing in disguise for you. But it is $20 to register. But the first 8 people that reach out to me, you don't have to pay. It's been taken care of, and you just need to submit your information so I can put you on the list. So instructions will be in the comments in this video, but basically you'll want to email me. It's shyhfh@yahoo. In the subject, just put vision board party and that you want to reserve one of those spots. So 8 spots available. You need to email me. If you have my text me. But if you want to get one of those 8 spots for the vision board party, where that cost is not to you, you want to do that within the next 48 hours. 8 spots. You don't have to pay. You just need to submit your information and be ready to show up on April 6th. Text, email. You can pay cash as well. Yes, you can. Because you see me in person. You can. So, and I'm just excited about the vision board party because it's vision. If you were to talk to me, those that have talked to me, like, I'm just so for the purpose and being clear on my existence. Why am I here? And what am I supposed to pour into the people that are connected to me? So it's going to be, you know, it may feel like a vision board party you have went to, but the delivery of things that are going to go forth, because there's purpose in that. It's going to be exciting, you know, have your little notepad and all of that. But it's just going to be an exciting time on April 6th. And then April 27th, I mentioned before, I'm going to be a panelist, part of my Kingdom Sisters Network, April 27th in the city of Anaheim. And also on that same day, so that's going to be a book day for me, I have partnered with another woman that I have admired and just been able to see her work. So once we get that finalized, I'll go ahead and put that out there. But I'm excited. So I'm booked on April 27th. So if you're going to be in the OC area, Anaheim, something like that, you can definitely come on and support either during the day or at night at the second event. So again, 8 spots. Claim your spot for the vision board party. And also, remember I have the Mentor Her services. Those have started. You can book your appointment on the website. The link, of course, is in this video. Starting at $21. It just depends on what you want, what you feel that you need for what it is that you're attempting or trying to do. So all of that information is available. If you go to schedule, I'm going to do a quick tutorial one of these days on scheduling. But when you go to schedule, if you see that it's a day or time not available, send me an email. And the reason I say an email, because emails get my attention more, especially during the day, where I can stop. Text messages, sometimes I look at them and I think I've responded and I have not. Send me an email and let me know what it is that you're looking for and how soon. And I will take a look to see, you know, although it's not posted, if I can, you know, put that in a little bit sooner or on a date that I don't have available. It is flexible, but you just have to, you know, let me know. So, last week, a few of you did post in some of the, you know, posts that I was asking about how many gifts and talents have you identified since last week's video. Those of you that was like none, and I'm like, you at least have one, have been able to identify, you know, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm super duper excited about that. So, you know, I don't want to tear down my book, but you know, the list, your talents on one side, your gifts on another side, and down in the middle, which ones that you are currently, which ones you use the most. And then from there, if it was none, then you would do a self-review as to why, and if you were using them, how were you using them, and were they beneficial to you? Was it a benefit to you? So it's all pretty and stuff. You see, that's typed up. I don't just be getting on here talking. I do the work. So tonight we're going to talk about part 2. So I am, and this is just speaking. So I have identified, you know, my gifts and my talents. Now what? What is the next step? What do I do with this? They've been identified, or at least this is what I strongly feel like I'm supposed to be doing. So today we are going to talk about the now what. So what you want to do now is get clear. There will always be many facets to us, but confusion should not be one. You ever, and this, because I just wrote it out, but, and what I mean by confusion should never be one. Have you ever met someone, and the example that I use, when you met them, they were a hairstylist. You met them doing your hair. And then you see that they're selling insurance. And then after selling insurance, you see that they have a childcare. And after you see they have a childcare, you see that they do life coaching. So it's like, okay, wait a minute. You're a hairdresser and you sell insurance. You have a daycare and you're a life coach. So are all of those things possible? Yes. But when you look at that person, would you be clear on what it is that they provide and how they provide it and how it's going to connect to you? If you guys could actually answer that. So you met him as a stylist, and then you was talking about insurance. They're like, oh, I do that too. You're talking about you need someone to watch your kids. They're like, I do that too. And then you just start sharing some personal life stuff. And they're like, oh, I'm a life coach. I can help you with that. So I do want to know you guys' feedback on that. But my comment to that is, yes, can you be gifted to do more than one thing? You sure can. However, it should be clear what it is that you're doing and what your gifting is. So, and so it's not confusing, because if I got a business card and it said that you're a hairstylist, you are a purpose coach, a life coach, if it said that you were a babysitter and that you sold life insurance, me personally, I'm not going to take that serious, because you can have your hand in the pot of a lot of stuff, but what are you mastering? So what I put down on here, just to give an example, for me, I'm clear that I am a teacher and I am a purpose to evangelize, spread the good word, to teach. So I know that at my core, but off of those gifts, I'm able to speak, meaning in the marketplace, as well as deliver a bomb message. I'm able to be a workshop presenter. I'm able to mentor and to coach. So I have these different facets, but they all go back to my gifting. So my talent is, yes, I can do that, but I just swear that, I'm just gifted with HGTV skills, right? However, that's just something that I've learned. So that's a talent. I believe I'm like the world's best organizer, especially with small spaces. So I know how to do that well. I taught myself how to do that well. And I can do hair. I braided my hair. Those are things that I learned to do. So those are good talents. And I can use them to make profit. But what's my gifting is the speaking, the teaching. In these other things that I know how to do are just a part of it. So that's also another clear way to understand the talent and the gifting. So my gift, that's just what it is. While I'm doing your hair, my gifting is in my mouth. So while I'm doing your hair, I'm asking questions, I'm talking. So by talent, I'm braiding your hair. But by gifting, I'm giving you a word. I'm speaking life into a dead situation, or giving some type of clarity or something like that. Does that make sense? If you guys could comment to let me know if that makes sense. And I also just want to make sure that I'm able to, let me open this up, see the comments. So, once you've identified your gifts and you're clear, this is what I'm supposed to be doing and all of that, then you want to go learn. I've had mentors like literally all my life, different ages, different places, that they were in life, whether they were business women, whether they were prophets in the church, evangelists in the church, women pastors, even elders. I've had people that were already in a place where I knew that one day I was gonna go. So I wanted to learn. So I would pay attention. I would sometimes if needed, you would be a armor bearer, you know, carrying the bags, they're getting their water and stuff like that. You just want to be able to just like anything. I have never had a mentor. A mentor is key. A mentor is key. If I had not met my first mentor at 15, I don't know. Of course, I don't know, you know, what I would have done, but just that person come along and saying, hey, I see this in you. I want to help cultivate this in you. I want to be able to teach you. I want, you know, just to be able to help guide you and show you a way. That was eye-opening because, as I said before, in my household, with these gifts and talents, and especially the ones that, you know, just flat out connected to church, it was just like, okay, like my kid know how to do this, but it was never acknowledged. It was never like, I should go allow her to, you know, I don't know, go sit with so-and-so and all of that. So a mentor is key. I still have mentor. I have a coach. Because you always want to learn, and things change so fast that you just want to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time, that you don't waste time trying to search when there's people that already have gone before you that did that work and they can show you the way a little bit faster. Take classes, get a mentor, a coach, etc. Go seek from those that are where you see yourself. So if I see myself sitting in high places, like let's just say my thing was in finance. I wanted to be a financial advisor. Well, that's a total mind shift. You know, I grew up humble beginnings. You know, I did everything. I really have not experienced that lifestyle. Then I need to take myself out of my comfort zone and go seek that out. What does that look like? The movie that pops into my mind is The Pursuit of Happiness. So, by any means necessary, he had to do what he had to do, but he put in the work. The scene pops in mind when he was getting ready to leave and had his last $5 or $10, and the man asked for it, and he's like, "Oh, like I really can't give this to him because this is how me and my son gonna eat, or this is how I'm gonna have to get back to this place." But it's just exposing yourself, because a lot of, before it manifests, it has to start here. It has to start in your mind. So you have to be able to see it. You have to be able to visualize. You have to be able to touch, smell, just experience what it would be like. So that's why I also make comment on when you are writing out what you see for yourself in your purpose, in you're writing out, your short-term goals, your long-term goals. You want to be able to, you don't want to just keep them up here. You want to be able to write them out so you can see them. And then once you see them, you want to be able to act on them. I have never had a mentor. I asked several and I was rejected. So then you try again. And then also with that, maybe they was not supposed to mentor you. You will learn that once you, just in general, once you get clear on things in life and you begin to grow and elevate and move forward and stop some generational things and start new ones that are positive, just any time that you are doing better, I always say, keep your eyes open, because those that we think or visualize that are going to be a part of our process are not. When you grow and glow and like you just about to go there, it can make others uncomfortable because they don't want to move, and they may feel like because you are now moving and shifting and elevating you're making me look like this. So instead of me being happy for you and kind of learning from you, what I'm going to do is throw those that I've said before, like, oh, you change. And it's like, duh, supposed to. Or, you just get word, oh, they're talking behind your back, or they feel a little bit distant and things like that. So you will lose some people along the way. Amen to that. And although you've been rejected, that could have also been just a blocking from God. Like, from what it seems like in your experience with that person, it looks like they're able to pour into your life the way that you need, but it would have been a detriment to you. So I'm going to block that. So another plug, I do have mentoring services. And then sometimes it may not just be a good fit. And instead of them just saying that, to say, hey, but I'm able to refer you to this person that mentors and have these services, then it just gets, cut and kind of just make you don't want to try again. So once you've identified, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm gifted at, these are my talents. So because I'm a planner and organizer and stuff like that, that goes very well with my gifting. Even down, like, y'all see my paper, organized. So that flows into my gifting, where I'm able to organize and have things together. Like, I already have my bag packed, like 80% for the Vision Board Party on April 6th. So just being able to have the talents cross over to the giftings, that would be a benefit for you. Get a mentor, a coach, someone that, you're able to, and sometimes you may have to come out of your comfort zone. And let's say you want to be a business owner, let's just say of a consulting business, and you've seen someone do it from the ground up. Why not ask them, hey, for about a week or certain amount of days, can I just shadow you? Can I see what it is that you do and how you do it? I'm just going to sit back, take notes, and, if you don't mind, can I sit in some meetings with you? Can I, see how you do the background stuff that no one sees? Sometimes we just have to say something. Sometimes we hold ourselves back by not asking. And once you get that person or those people that's able to help you in this journey, you can get more clear on the who, the what, where, when, and the hows. And like I said, if somebody already did it before you, why would you sit there? Like, yeah, you're gonna, have to figure out some things on your own. But why invent the wheel if it's already there and it just needs to be tweaked, and you just need to discover what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And I need someone to comment on that one part when I said, if you met me and I was a braider, and then I told you I sold insurance, and then I told you, I had a home daycare, and I told you I was a life coach, would that be confusing to you? Like, okay, you do all this, like, which one do you specialize in? You need a teacher or teachers, people you invest in. When you invest in yourself, it means that much more. So depending on the age of your kids, nieces, nephews, or just people you have a certain connection with, oftentimes you may hear, I need work for it, earn it, because when you earn it, you will appreciate it that much more. What I have seen, heard, and experienced a little bit for myself, no, it would not be confusing. Why not? And so, yeah, it would be confusing, because I would think about How much time are you actually putting into all of these things? Okay, so we have someone that says no, and we have someone that says yes. So this is good. So that would be the same for you when you invest in yourself. So of course, coming out the gate, in the past, everything I did was out of my own pocket, right? You just needed to show up, literally. And so this time around, it's like, okay, let's be smart about it. So I went in, paid for services, went in, got a coach, went in, did some before, the coach, like signing up specifically for the business, building it up, website, and all that type of stuff. And then signing up for mentor services, following other coaches, getting their feedback, their input. So it's like being in school, but just for business. So for me at first, it was like, that's a lot of money. Like, how do you do that? But that old little saying, when there's a will, there's a way. We will invest in what we want to, And so for me, was I just going to keep thinking about it, or was I going to invest in it? So just visualizing it, like if you know me, I love Juice It Up. Juice It Up is what I get is about right under $8. 8 times 5. If I go 5 days a week, that's $40. So, and then I'm going multiple times throughout the month. Well, that money right there, I can use to invest in my business. I can use to help me get, more clarity on what it is that I'm doing, where I can get, some sound advice, from other women in business, and ministry. So it's just all in how you see things and what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it. So, is it worth the investment for you? Like, what are you willing to invest? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because it will at times be a sacrifice. You will need to invest. And what are you willing to do? And sometimes that part does not get assessed. And then you see people start and stop, because they didn't sit down and make it clear. They didn't write it down. It wasn't clear, possibly. Maybe at that point, they couldn't afford to put the amount of money in that, they saw fit. It's even ways around that. I follow this guy that is super awesome, but I don't just follow him for the content that he puts out. I actually am preparing to join one of his courses. So I did the research. I see how much it is. I see what he does with his clients and all of that. So I'm setting up and preparing myself, for that, because, hey, he has something that I want to be deposited in, because I see the value of it. I'm going to go ahead and invest in that for myself and for my business. Are we talking about funding your actual calling with gifts that you have? That's a part of it, but basically, this is the second part of, now that you've identified your gifts, now what? So it's getting clear on the who, the what, the where, the when, and the how. But the part that I'm speaking on right now is that to discover the who, the what, the where, and the when, and the hows, you're going to have to invest in yourself to get that training, to get that support, to get those tools. Because if you're the only one around yourself saying, hey, I want to, if someone could tell me what it is that they identify the gift is, and that way I can use that example. But, you'll have to invest in yourself when it comes to your gifts. Like, your gift is just given to you without repentance. It's like literally a gift. Like, you was born, you're able to do this, and that just is what it is. However, you still have to take care of the gift. The gift just, your gift grows in this capacity. So, if I'm 5 years in, but I'm still speaking and giving you what I was giving you 10 years prior, there's no growth. Okay. So that's what I mean about, oh, my leg is going numb, investing in your gift, just to get that support, that mentorship. Don't become a jack of all trades and master of none. I've met many people that say, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, I do this, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. Great. I believe you can, but how efficient are you? Because I know for myself, outside of just family, wife, mother, myself, my business, my job, school, education and progress for my business, that is a lot, right? So I base my schedule and my time so that I'm being efficient. So when you book an appointment with me, I'm not on the phone or in your face saying, oh, wait, let me get that. Or I wasn't clear. Oh, let me figure this out. Or can you tell me that again? Or can you redo it? No, I've planned out the different things in my everyday so that I'm able to give it the amount of time and attention that it needs and it deserves. So, again, do I know how to do multiple things? Yes. But what am I mastering in? What am I mastering in? So for myself, I don't have my hand in like every pot. And then somebody did make the comment, you see it as having multiple streams of income. Most definitely, that's even Bible, to have multiple streams of income. But again, are you starting and stopping because what you're doing is too much? I'd rather have 3 strong streams of income than have stretched myself out to 8. And 3 of those are failing because I can't be consistent with them or keep up with them. So yes, you definitely should have multiple streams of income, but you want to be efficient and effective in what it is that you're doing. Yes, there will always be opportunities, but if you are not clear on what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to be doing, and who you're supposed to be doing it with, or who you're supposed to be doing it for, why you're supposed to be doing it, where you're supposed to be doing it, how and when you're supposed to be doing it, you could possibly become jack of all trades. So it's one thing for me to say, oh, I know that, I'm supposed to speak. Speak to who? Who's my audience? Speak to them where? Like, how am I supposed to be doing this interaction? What am I supposed to be speaking about? How? Is it just in person? Is it one-on-ones? Is it just through webinars? And when? I spoke at a church and I did a message of knowing what time is it, what season you're in. So the who's, the what, the where, the when's, why, and the hows when it comes to your gift. Because again, you want to protect it. You want to nurture it so that it grows. Like I gave the reference last week. You work one gift, it's going to multiply into another gift. There was a pastor who came to our church and said he has 11 streams of income, one being a pastor. And that could be a fact. But God ain't gifted and gracing everyone to do that. So it's some people that just do that because they're busybodies and they haven't fully understood who they are and what they're doing. But you can definitely set yourself up because it's certain streams of income. You could be making money while you're asleep. If I have books and products, that's a stream of income. If I do webinars, that's a stream of income. If I physically go out and speak and preach, that's a stream of income. If I get paid just to come somewhere and sit on the panel, that's a stream of income. So again, it's not, you can definitely have 11 and be effective in them. depending on what they are. So some things you do, like I'm getting intrigued and wanting to look into investing in the stock market. Why not? YOLO. So, that could be a stream there. And so, yes, you can have multiple streams, but you just want to be efficient with them because God ain't going to give you more than you can bear. And then even for that person that has 11 streams, think about the work that they have to put in to even get there. So right now we're talking about the groundwork to be able to get there. And once we do arrive, we at least know the basics, the who, the what, the where, the whens, and the hows. I kind of already talked about that. So just to chime in on that a little bit more. So yes, I know how to budget, organize like no one's business, do hair, create art. But am I out here saying that I'm an interior designer, a professional organizer, a hairstylist, or artist? No. Those are talents that I have that can make me money when I need them to make me money. But that's not who I am. So I don't want people asking me to do something that I really don't have a love to do because I'm not going to want to do it. And then I may not even do it, 100%. No, these are talents. And and as I mentioned before, your talents will help, be able to help your gifting. And let me go to my next page. What are you supposed to be doing? Acknowledge it. Stop running from it or do the work to discover it. As stated before, you cannot get back time. So what are you supposed to be doing? I'm here. I've been through these things in life. From this experience, I realized I really love doing this. This is like my happy place. But how am I supposed to be doing it? What are the details of it? What are you supposed to be doing? Acknowledge that. Accept that. And stop running from it, or do the work to discover it. So the stop running from it. Some people know what their gifting and their callings are, and they're just like, that's too big. I'm going to just wait a little bit. I kind of want to do other stuff. And then there's others that don't know. If you don't know, do the work to discover it. Get clear, pray about it. Be mindful, be in the moment. What are people pulling on you for? What do you hear people that you can trust that really, have a word and can see things? What are they telling you? So, acknowledge it, stop running from it, or do the work to discover it because you can't get time back. So even some parts of what I'm doing, I'm like, dang it. If I would have just stopped playing around, like what this is now, I could have did this, 7 years ago. Can't cry over spilled milk. Why would I? It's a lesson learned. So then I just tell others like, hey, it's not going to change. Like, just go ahead and acknowledge and accept it and then get busy in it. So, and also just the added bonus. Some of your worry, your unhappiness, not having peace. And this is just kind of like, just a thought for you. Could be because you're not in the position you should be in. Your healing can or may be in your purpose. Your joy, your liberty, your peace, your financial stability. So for me, when I open my mouth, it's just in me. When I open my mouth, purpose comes out. So I'm not blind to the fact that that's something that I'm gifted with. And pretty much if you stay around me long enough, I'm going to help you activate something inside of you. So I take time to nurture that, to educate myself, to pray about that. I do the work. But at the same time, and I kind of talked about it, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Meaning, hit the ground running, but with wisdom. Don't say, okay, now that I know this and I'm X amount of years behind, I have to kind of speed up to catch up. No, you don't. Start where you are. You can look at someone else, how they're doing it, but understand how they've been graced for the call in their life. Your grace is going to be totally different. So don't try to rush the process, but just take the time to learn, and to figure it out. But just the thought, have you thought about that? That your peace, your liberty, financial stability can be tied into this key point. You acknowledging or discovering what your gifting is, which of course is going to be tied to your purpose. Like just that little, like, aha, like, I see it, I get it. Like, for me, I was very unhappy at my job. And at my previous job, and people like, but look at where you work at, look at what you're making, and look at this and look at that. I'm like, yeah, but that's not what, like, that's fine and dandy, but every day I don't like it, so every day it pulls from me. It interferes with the things that matter in life. It's draining me. It just made me unhappy. So of course, even if we try to shield that, that's going to roll off into something else. And I just felt it bubbling, like, there was going to be a transition, something new and all that, but I had to be patient. So although I started hating my job within the first year, it took 2 more years for me to be able to transition. That's why I mean by do it at the right pace. Don't try to rush it, because if I would have did it beforehand, like what was that gonna do? You know what I mean? So I took that time. Like, okay, although I don't like this place, there was a benefit in this place, which was the income. There was a benefit in the place, which was, the different things that I would learn. So learning where you're at and finding the things that are going to help you get to that next level or step, or those things that may be around you right now that can help you tap into your giftings and things like that. Say that again. This is good. Okay, I'm glad you guys are getting it. So I gotta throw some word in there. So 1 Peter 4:10, each of you has received a gift to use to serve others. It didn't say some of you, it said each of you. Be good servants of God. Be good servants of God's various gifts of grace. This next scripture I'm gonna read. As a teenager, we were like, hey, you need to learn this and all that type of stuff, which is 1 Timothy 4:14. And this is New Century Version. Use the gift that you have, which was given to you through prophecy when the group of elders laid their hands on you. Another scripture, Proverbs 18:16. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Some of us want to get in places and spaces and get next to certain people, and we just have a desire. And some of us probably even have seen this in a vision. However, you got to be functioning in your gift. It don't mean you're just going to wake up one day and bump into this person that was going to be fully connected to a lot of things that's going to be beneficial to you. Your gift make room for you. So sometimes where we're trying to figure out, how am I supposed to do this? Or, I see this, I feel this, but I'm not. Your gifting is a part of that. So for me, I had to realize who I was surrounded by. I've made direct connections with first ladies, with bishops, with business owners, been put in a place of opportunity. People that I met 2 years ago, I was like, I'm going to utilize your services. I don't know why I told them that, but I was. And I've booked, different events at their venue and all of that. So your gift will make room for you. People, last minute calling you saying, hey, can you show up here? And it's like, hold up, who is this girl? Like, yeah, have her come back for something else, because now your gift would take you and afford you opportunities that your natural self won't, because you're giving people what it is. We're being good servants. We're giving them. We're using that. Your gifting is a part of someone else's puzzle. So when you show up in your gift, it's like, wait a minute, we just had a meeting, but this person got what we need. So you just went in saying, hey, I'm showing up. I was invited to this. I just wanted to check this out. I seen that this was free. And you get in the space and find out there's an opportunity there for you because you were present in the moment and in your gifting. Does that make sense? So at this point, those that have identified gifts and talents, pray about it to get clear. If you know that, then search out mentors and coaches, even on social media, people that you can follow, because you get different things, of course, from different people. Be intentional about that. So I spend a lot of time on social media for business purposes. Like, I'm trying to find other people and spaces that I connect to. I've talked to one lady. She's like in the New York area. And, we're seeing if we can collab. It's opportunities out there. And how that happened is she simply sent me a message and said, I've been watching you. What's she been watching? Me functioning my gift. That's it. So it's not, I have like some family I really don't know in New York. Other than that, I don't have no connection to, the East Coast. So when you're functioning in your gift, it will make room for you, but you want to get clear on the who, the what, the where, the whens, and the hows of it. You want to get mentors and coaches and advisors that really have your best interest to be able to guide and help you through the process. Be in a place to be open to accept positive criticism. Like, don't think that you have all the answers. Sometimes it's not going to feel good, but it's going to be for your good. Just know that some of the things that you may worry about or have a concern about or be unclear about, or it just seems like it's never working, your gifting could be you working in your gifting could be an answer to that. That's a possibility. So once you tap into it and you start working it, then you would know that. So once you've tapped into the who, the what, the where, the whens, why, and the hows, then you can continue to move forward. And again, your gifts will multiply. They will multiply. If you feel that, well, I only have one, how beneficial is this? It's very beneficial, because someone needs your gift. Somebody needs it. So you want to take that, nurture it, work it, and then it's going to multiply. Just keep that in mind, that your gift, and like I said, it's a gift, so you didn't have to earn it. When you were created, you said, hey, I'm going to give her this. And, I want her to do it, to know her gifts, walk in her purpose, utilize her talents, to get the things that we desire. So I know it doesn't get talked about a lot, and when it does, it may not be, in depth. So that's why I wanted to do a part 2 on it. But it's very important to get clear on your gift and to get activated in it. Don't just, oh, I discovered what I'm supposed to be doing. Today we've been talking about the now what. What do you do with it? So the who, the what, the where, the whens, the whys, and the hows. And to be clear that to not become a jack of all trades, but you want to be a master. I'd rather have 8 things mastered than can say that I'm able to do 15 things. So that's the difference in that. So, and then for those that, I do remember that comment, you asked people to mentor you and they rejected you. You know, you pray about that. That could have been, you know, God closed those doors because they wasn't going to benefit you, or they were going to possibly, you know, misuse your gifting. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. Again, those services are available. You can always book right now a free 30-minute consultation, just to kind of figure out what it is that you're doing, how you want to do it, and all of that great stuff. All of the links are in this video. Again, April 6th, Vision Board Party. If you want to come through, please do so. If you want to grab one of the 8 spots, go ahead and text or email me so I can get you down on the list. If you see me in person, yes, you can pay on cash. You can always pay online. And I have mentors, but I ended up mentoring them. So check into your gift regarding that. Because if you had a mentor, you end up mentoring them, then is that part of your gifting? I've been listening to Miles Monroe this month, and what you are saying is what he has been talking about. Oh, wow. And I like him, Miles Monroe. So, yeah. So does anybody have any other questions or comments before we wrap this up in reference to the gifts and the talents? And if you was not a part of that first video, you can always catch that on the replay. But tonight the focus is what now? I've identified this is my gift. What do I do with it now? The first step was getting clear. Get clear. And then get, you know, someone to walk you through the process and to become a master and not just a jack of all trades. And to get clear on the who, the what, the where, the when, and the why and hows of your gifting. Okay, I'll check my phone. Shantae and somebody else told me they text. I think it was Mimi. So, again, I hope to see you guys on April 6th. Tag a friend, share with a friend, come out and just be ready to have fun and cross over to that next step in your journey. So everything we want to do it with a purpose, with an intent, as to how is this going to benefit me moving forward in my purpose or with my gifts. And how am I gonna allow my talents to work with my gifts? So, yeah, that's all I have for tonight. I don't know what all of my gifts could possibly be. Should I write them down? You can write down what you feel like, because again, you're not going to know all of them up front, because once you start working in your gifts, they multiply. So you're always going to be, you know, discovering and things like that. But yes, you do want to be able to write it down so it's visible, so you can begin to get clear on it. So yes, to answer your question. And then if you do come up with any other questions after this video is done, you can just post them underneath and I will come back and check them. Again, you can book a free 30-minute consultation so we can see what the possibilities are. There are always possibilities. So we just have to check on that. Mentoring services are up and running, ready to go. And join me April 27th if you're going to be in the Orange County area, or even if you just want to drive out there to support. I'm going to be a part of 2 events during the day: Kingdom Sister Network, the Cali Summit. That is going to be off the chain. I'm sorry, y'all. That's going to be, I just visualize like old school church deliverance, the candid conversation we're going to have with myself and the other panelists. I'm just telling y'all. And then again that night, I'm going to be sharing with other women. So that's going to be a good opportunity. So links are in this video. Thank you guys for joining in, commenting on this video. You are welcome, and I will see you guys next week. And then vision board party. So have a great evening.